Picture this. A way to travel that's, well, almost completely unknown for locals in a country. Yet, for foreign travelers, reports say it's surprisingly easy and really rewarding. Kind of a paradox, right? Today, we're doing a deep dive into hitchhiking in Sri Lanka, based on this fascinating set of observations and traveler reports you've shared with us. Our mission, to quickly unpack why this unusual dynamic exists and what it really means for anyone curious about, unique travel experiences.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, how the cultural context just completely changes an activity. For locals, hitchhiking just isn't really a custom, but for you as a foreign traveler, it suddenly becomes this distinct opportunity for connection, for adventure. Let's dig into this.
Okay, so that core paradox you mentioned, it's almost an alien concept for locals, but it seems to be working for foreign travelers. What's the very first piece we need to understand here?
Well, it really boils down to cultural perception, you know? Your sources are clear. Sri Lankans don't typically hitchhike themselves. And that sets the stage for a completely different dynamic when a foreigner puts their thumb out. What's really interesting is that for travelers, hitchhiking there isn't just about catching a ride, it's almost like an invitation.
An invitation. How so?
Yeah, an invitation into local life. Drivers often aren't seeing you as just someone wanting free transport. They're seeing an intriguing visitor. It's an opportunity for connection that just doesn't happen in their normal day-to-day.
Right, so it's less about getting from A to B efficiently and more about that unexpected human connection along the way. That really reframes what hitchhiking usually means. And from your notes, it sounds like travelers are having quite a bit of success.
Oh, absolutely. The reports consistently show it. Now, you shouldn't expect one long ride to your destination. Many short rides are common. That's a phrase that came up. Drivers might only be going part of the way. But the upside is waiting times are often short.
Okay, so lots of short hops.
Exactly. And what's insightful is that this fragmentation, these short rides, it's not really a drawback. It's almost a feature. It allows for multiple little interactions. You get a richer picture than maybe one long, silent ride would give you.
That makes sense. A series of snapshots.
Yeah.
But beyond just, the logistics of getting around, what's the real value travelers are finding?
That's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about saving money, though that's part of it for some. It's the profound cultural exchange. You meet locals, you experience genuine hospitality, you get a perspective you just can't buy. Drivers might simply be curious, they want to hear your stories. It turns into a real two-way street.
Okay, that sounds amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
But with any adventure like this, safety has to be top of mind. What did the sources emphasize as, the absolute must-dos?
Yeah, safety is paramount. Your sources were very clear on this. First, visibility. Make sure you can be easily seen. And find safe spots where cars can actually pull over without causing trouble.
Right, practical stuff.
Then, communication. Super important. Have your destination written down in Sinhala or Tamil, if possible. Because, English isn't always widely spoken by everyone who might give you a lift. And third, be clear about payment up front. Just politely confirm it's a free ride, as some drivers, maybe used to taxis, might expect something.
Good points. And beyond those specifics, what's the sort of underlying safety principle?
Trust your gut, always. If a situation feels off, if you're uncomfortable for any reason, it's always okay to decline a ride. Just say no thanks. And a big one, daytime only. Avoid hitchhiking at night. It's just much safer during the day.
Makes sense. Any other key tips from the reports?
Two more really vital ones. First, inform someone of your plans. Let a friend or family member know your route, where you're headed. Maybe even share vehicle details if you can, like a license plate. Just basic precautions. And second, keep your absolute valuables, passport, money, phone, on your person, not in your main backpack if it ends up in the trunk or back seat.
That's solid advice generally, but especially important here. And I imagine for solo female travelers.
Exactly. While many solo women report really positive experiences doing this in Sri Lanka, the advice is always extra caution is advised. It's just about being aware, being sensible, and feeling empowered to make safe choices.
So, wrapping this up a bit, For someone listening, maybe thinking, why bother with buses or trains available?
Hmm.
What's the unique draw here, according to the reports you look at?
Well, sometimes it's practical, like wanting to avoid crowded buses. Fair enough. But often it's really about the adventure and unique interactions. It's the chance for those serendipitous encounters, those unexpected conversations. You see parts of the country, connect with people. It's a way that's just, well, impossible on a standard tourist track.
To bring it all together, what
Yeah.
this deep dive really shows is that sometimes the things locals don't do can open up these incredibly rich, unexpected doors for travelers, especially when those cultural differences create a space for, genuine curiosity and connection. It's finding opportunity in the unexpected.
Absolutely. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it, beyond Sri Lanka, what other cultural norms or maybe overlooked practices, if approached with awareness and respect, what other unique opportunities might they unlock for discovery in places we hadn't considered? It kind of challenges us to look beyond the guidebook, beyond the obvious,